Hello, my name is Dan Rice, and I'm the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Ohio and Erie Canalway Coalition. We are very proud to serve as a convener for the Akron Civic Commons Lock 3 Park project, and we're extremely grateful to the City of Akron, the Knight Foundation, and all of our park partners on the transformation of the Lock 3 Park project. So we're here today with Kat DeMusi, Director of Construction for Answer Advisory, to provide us with an update on the progress at Lock 3 Park. And Kat, two things I'm noticing here. One, the weather's been absolutely exceptional for construction. And secondly, it looks like there's a lot of additional fill that's been added here since our last visit with you.
Yeah, Dan, there has been. There's an enormous elevation change from Main Street down to the pavilion, and so we have to bring in a ton of fill in this area to make that a gradual slope, make it easily accessible. So at this point, what we're standing on has been built up by about 6 or 7 feet of fill, and it will continue to be built up until we have a nice gradual slope down to the pavilion.
So that's a really good point, Kat, because as you've shared with us previously, the elevation change from Main Street down to the Ohio and Erie Canal is 17 feet. And as you well know, accessibility is a high priority for Akron Civic Commons, and I believe that there's no more than a 5% grade change throughout the entire park, correct?
Correct. Even coming in and the pathways moving around the park all are less than 5% for accessibility purposes.
That's fantastic. So whether you're an 8-year-old or an 80-year-old, Akron Civic Commons Lock 3 Park is going to be very accessible and welcoming and equitable for everybody.
Absolutely.
So how about if we maybe take a walk around and maybe you can show us some of the new improvements since we last talked? So Kat, this is absolutely amazing. If I understand this correctly, we're literally standing on one of the walkways that actually goes around the landscape gardens, correct?
Yes, this walkway will wrap all the way from Main Street around the gardens here and down to the trail at the bottom.
And another key component of the Lock 3 Park renovation is the installation of these just amazingly designed landscape gardens that have plants and shrubs and trees. Can you talk a little bit more about what's going to be involved with that?
Sure, a lot of the landscape is going to take place, some of it this spring and some of it in the fall. Right now, designed for this park, there's going to be 101 trees installed. As of now, the landscape architect has gone out and selected about 70% of those trees specifically designated for this park.
So one of the things I find absolutely amazing, Kat, is every time we come down and have a conversation with you, there's always something new happening here at Lock 3 Park. And I think one of the recent activities was the resetting of the bridge connecting from Lock 3 Park over to the Akron Civic Theater. Do you mind if we go take a look at that?
Absolutely, let's go take a look.
So Kat, I mean, here we are, looking at the bridge that was reset, and it's really absolutely beautifully done because it really provides great views of the Ohio and Erie Canal, but also more importantly, there was a reason for accessibility reasons, wasn't there?
Correct. When this bridge was originally here, there were a number of steps to get down to the Towpath trail. Now it's going to be flush with the elevation of the trail. You won't have to take a step off the bridge.
So once again, we're demonstrating the importance of accessibility in making sure that Lock 3 Park is not only accessible, but it's equitable and welcoming for everybody.
Correct.
This is amazing, Kat. We are literally standing on the stage of the Maynard Performance Pavilion. Is that correct?
We are.
It looks spectacular. You can tell the curvature of the stage. Can you talk a little bit maybe about what we're looking at here? It looks like there's a structure over here to the left.
So this is going to be the electrical room over here. You can tell by all the conduit coming up, and obviously we have walls to build once we set the structure itself. What we're standing on right now is the subgrade. We'll pour the slab over this. It will be, you can kind of see where it's going. It'll be flush with the walls here. And then here soon we'll see the structural steel coming to see the structure come out of the ground.
That's absolutely amazing. And really from this perspective, you get a great view of the majesty of Lock 3 Park.
Yes, you do.
The garden walls, the balcony. And so one of the things you mentioned that we'll be seeing between now and the next update is the structural steel be basically installed here for the Maynard Performance Pavilion or start to come into place. But what else will we be seeing? I think something regarding the ice skating rinks?
We will also see by our next update the underground pipe work being installed for the 2 ice rinks that'll be out here in the future.
Well, Kat, thank you so much for this wonderful tour of the update of Lock 3 Park. I can't tell you how much we appreciate your hard work and leadership and dedication, as well as Kenmore Companies. They're just doing a fantastic job because the project is on schedule and it is on budget. So congratulations to you.
Thanks, Dan.
I also want to take this opportunity to thank all of our viewers for watching, and also especially want to thank our donors. because without your support, none of this is possible. So thank you again for tuning in for the Akron Civic Commons Lock 3 Park update, and we hope that you'll join us for the next video. And until then, take care.